Bow. This is episode
You're
4 of how the intro be like D League Opinions.
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 Hey man, it's your boy Dre, aka Dre.
It's Hoagie, aka Daniel.
It's Deshaun, aka D3, Laker Nation.
This is Dante, aka Dante.
Where's your merch, Dante?
Hey,
One merchandise.
Hey, real quick. Hey, D3 in his purple Lakers jersey look like Raisin Bran. Well, let's get it started.
Okay. All right, we're done here.
Moment of silence for the champions. They say we warriors. They say we did it again. Hands high for the champion. No surrender, no retreat. We take the battlefield over every time. Hey, clap your hands for the champion. We came, we saw, we conquered everything in sight. Moment of silence for the champion.
D-League Opinions.
The playoffs for last week just ended, and not ended, but the games last week just ended. And I want to first say, hopefully Lamar Jackson's feeling fine. Number one, first concussion, and also Patrick Mahomes. Hope he's feeling good after his concussion. Now with Patrick Mahomes, how do y'all feel about the Chiefs moving forward?
If Patrick Mahomes don't play, they lose. That's pretty much it.
I gotta agree with Dante. Hey, look, with the Bills gonna put up their points, and the Chiefs gotta make it work. I don't know how they are. They got to make it work.
Their defense not good enough. Their defense not good enough to.
The defense is straight, but the Bills got an offense. They got an offense going. I got the Bills now. Close.
I just want to say that D3 was the only one who came on here last time and went 4-0 on his predictions because Hoagie picked the Saints and Dante picked the Browns like an idiot.
D3.
Dante picked the Browns like an idiot.
I want to tell you something.
You called it 4K, sir. You said, I got the Browns. That's what you said. 4K.
D3 is funny.
I know the Chiefs are going to win. That's what I said.
You got the Browns. Did you say, and
all
I
right,
quote,
all right,
I
all right.
got the Browns?
Real quick. Deshaun, it's funny that you went 4-0 because you look 40. Let's go.
Oh, okay. All right, Hoagie, you're done. You're canceled here.
I'll go to jail.
All right,
I'll go to jail.
No, I didn't know. You don't go to jail. You don't go to jail for that.
Next game on the list. Is the Rams and Packers. First off, shout out to Aaron Rodgers. But how do you guys feel about the Ramsey versus Adams matchup? How good was it? How good was it to you guys as a community?
I'm gonna let somebody else go first.
You gonna let me go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm bad, D3.
Oh, you got to.
I can go first. Ramsey locked that nigga up, boy. I'm telling you, I was so excited for it, and Ramsey did his thing. Only thing Adams had was 12 yards and a touchdown. Only reason why he had that touchdown because he motioned across field, and Rams defense, they didn't do what they needed to do. Touchdown, it is what it is. But he had 12 yards on Jalen Ramsey. Show that boy what it was. I'm happy for him. That's why he's the best corner in the league.
Okay, Hoagie.
Go ahead.
Okay. Jay Rams is 100% the best corner in the league, without a doubt. Jalen Ramsey is the closest thing to Darrelle Revis we've had in years. He will follow the best receiver all the way around the field. People tried to say it was Sherman, but Sherman was zone. He gonna sit in that one spot, but Jay Rams, he gonna follow you. I gotta respect it.
All I'm gonna say is I've been telling y'all Jalen Ramsey the best corner. Nobody listen. I love how everybody who don't know football.
Who's nobody?
Because we all say he was the best corner.
Yeah,
I ain't saying
Jay Rams. I never believed it was good more.
I'm saying the Twitter finger people.
Oh yeah, them little
NFL Twitter.
People who don't know what they talking about. That one touchdown that Devontae got, that one touchdown when Jalen Ramsey was mad, they want to say, "Oh, he's scoring on Jalen." No, he ain't scoring on Jalen Ramsey. And then that one play where he beat him on that one play. I will say he beat him on that one. That was a beautiful route. That was a beautiful. Other than that, Jalen Ramsey locked them up like he locked everybody up because he's the new age. What's his name? Darrelle Revis. He's the new age Champ Bailey, new age Dion, new age all of that. He the best corner.
Yes,
and
sir.
discussion.
Big facts. I hear no cap in your rap this time. No cap in your rap.
No cap this time because Ramsey is the number one. He's the one corner in the league. Now we all know Aaron Donald was hurt. Going through a lot of injury in this game. Do you guys feel like it'll be a tremendous difference with a healthy Aaron Donald.
Yes. They didn't have no. Aaron Rodgers did not get scared that whole game of passing the ball. He was in the touchdown one play, and he was in there for about 8 seconds, I think. He was just looking, dodging everybody, and then threw a perfect pass. It was just no pressure. And then Aaron Rodgers, I see him on the sideline trying to catch his breath. He got broken ribs, basically. So that's basically why they lost. They didn't have Aaron Rodgers full healthy.
I can agree with Dante because we all know out of every 5 plays that a team runs, Aaron Donald's in the backfield for at least 3.5 of those plays. He wasn't able to get that push like he usually does. And I can say it was probably because of that rib, that rib cartilage was torn. You can't really move your arms and get that pressure that you need when your ribs is messed up. So I can honestly say, I think if we had a healthy AD, it would have been a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go?
Yeah, it's on you.
Hey, first of all, Deshaun, how do you get in the backfield half of a play?
It was rounded up, Hoagie. You get it like the average 3.5 times. How about this? 4 out of 5 times. Hoagie's gonna get back there.
Okay.
Better.
Okay. All right. First of all, shout out to that man. I know grown men that would not get out of bed with torn rib cartilage. So shout out to that man. It would have been totally different. Aaron Jones, he had 80 yards rushing in the first half? No, that would not have happened at all. The way the game was going, Rams would have won that game if Aaron Donald was playing.
And I can also say in that first half, Sean McVay was showing me he did not trust Jared Goff for it was till 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Jared Goff thrown 6 passes. It's 2021. If you're not throwing the ball, you're not getting nowhere.
They ain't got Todd Gurley no more to be doing that. So
exactly, you can't just bail out on the run. You saw what happened to the last team that tried to bail out on the run with the 49ers last year. The niggas lost because they couldn't trust their quarterback.
Akers is a good running back, but he ain't no Todd Gurley. Not a healthy Gurley anyway.
Not a healthy Gurley.
Right.
No, Gurley got arthritis.
Yeah, facts.
Not even a joke. He really got arthritis. That's
no, he really do. Not even to be funny.
It's crazy.
All right.
He used to be great.
Next on the bill. Look, next on the bill, no pun intended, is the Ravens and the Bills, man. And
I'm going
thoughts on the game.
Can we put Dre in D-League jail for that?
No. I'm the moderator. You can't put him
corny jokes. Corny jokes.
I'm not even gonna be talking for 40 minutes any minute. Go.
I'm all for
now. I'm gonna talk about the Ravens. First of all, this Lamar slander literally has to stop. It literally has to stop. He literally had the same stats as Josh Allen before he got injured. So why do you say Josh Allen did better? Makes no sense at all. He threw that one pick, and then after that one pick, everybody's like, "Oh, Lamar's not a running back. He's a running back. He's not a quarterback. Man. I can't play quarterback because I'm a couch potato. I can't do that." Lamar is a quarterback. He's one of the best. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league. I need everybody to stop the slander. Lamar's one of the best right now. He's only going to get better. Stop the slander.
Pause. Before anyone else goes, he said top 5 quarterback. Okay, we're going to go back to that in a second.
He's top 5.
Name 5. I need name your 5.
Name your
5. Name your 5 quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. What's that boy name? I got Josh Allen, then I got Lamar.
He better than Russell Wilson? Shit. He better than Russell Wilson.
Yes, he is. Right now. This season, yes, he is.
Is it my turn now, Dante? Is it my turn? Go ahead. You said they basically had the same stats before Lamar went down, right? Okay, so one quarterback was facing a top 5 defense while the other quarterback was facing the top 15 defense. That Ravens defense is elite. That Bills defense is good. There's a big difference between elite and good. And Josh Allen was still putting up numbers against that elite defense.
What receivers do the Ravens got? I'll wait.
What defense do the Bills have?
Explain why Mark Andrews had 9 targets.
They got
I think that's my cue to join in. First of all, D3 is the biggest Lamar hater I know. He has not said 5 good words about Lamar. Second of all, if you put Lamar on the Browns, they win that game. If you put Lamar on the Rams, they definitely win that game. If you put Lamar on the Saints with replacing old man Drew Brees, bro, that's not close. Lamar slander needs to stop. You said what? What was that?
Drew Brees throws 3 picks. Everybody say he the GOAT. Lamar throws a pick. Oh, Lamar's running back.
Slander. We're here for Breeze slander today.
Hey! I will say Breeze got a legacy behind him. I'll say that. At the same time, Lamar has always been Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Lamar has never been trash.
Lamar pulled a Dante. He threw a pick at the 1 yard line.
Who won today? Who won last?
Now, speaking of Drew Brees and the Buccaneers and the Saints game, it was a good game until midway through the fourth quarter. It was a watchable football game until midway through the fourth quarter. It was eventful, to say the least.
I'll say it was a watchable game, but with Tom Brady throwing ducks, Breeze throwing ducks, as a man that runs the ball on Madden, I'll say it was a watchable game. You know, I love to run the ball. I'll get Derrick Henry any day, put up 150 yards. But look, when it came down to it, Sean Payton, he made some horrible decisions. What's that boy name? Kamara, he had like 5 rushing attempts in the third quarter. No, give him the ball. He was eating. Give him the ball. He tried to hit him on a screen. No, put this man in the halfback position and get this man the ball. He would have had 100+ yards. Game over. Saints won, continue going to the next round. But no, Sean Payton, he tried to make Drew Brees the hero going out on retirement. The same thing Pete Carroll did. Try to make Russell Wilson the hero. Lost the Super Bowl. It's a pattern. Don't pick your heroes. My bad. Go ahead.
All right. So I want to start off by saying Jameis over Mitch Trubisky because, you know, Jameis Winston is a starting quarterback in this league. I can honestly say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I told y'all last time, Tom Brady's not losing to a team 3 times in one season. You don't bet against Brady. That defense did step up. The run game was there. And this matchup was 9 years too late. You know, 9 years ago, we probably would have had 400 yards on both sides. But you just don't bet against Brady unless it's Mahomes.
But you can't say that if Brees was getting carried for that whole first half. He was getting carried that whole first half. Come on now.
First half, but then he performed in the second
Literally.
half.
He stepped up kind of sort of in the second half.
Thank you.
When you got 3 number 1 wide receivers, it's easy to step up in the second half.
Okay, but that Saints offense is not really overpowered, but they have a lot of firepower themselves, though.
It's Drew Brees. You got a lame arm, and Sean Payton is trying to throw with a lame arm. I can't do it.
The thing is,
I can't do it. Michael Thomas having 0 catches. With Michael Thomas having 0. They paid that man $20 million.
Time out. Hold on. What did you just say his name was? You said Sean Payton?
Sean? You just said Sean.
First of all, your name Dante the Roach. Go ahead, talk.
Come on, Dante.
But I don't really got too much to say. It was a great game. That's the type of game you like to see in football. And then Tom Brady did what he's supposed to do. He win games. Tom Brady the GOAT. And the discussion. Drew Brees is not the GOAT. And the discussion. Drew Brees is not better than Tom Brady. And the discussion. Let's stop it.
Passing yards, pass touchdowns, pass touchdown yards, pass touchdown yards. QBR.
Who won last?
Who is this, Cameron? What are we doing, Cam stats?
Who won last?
5K passing yards a season. 5K passing yards a season. Stop it. Who does that?
No, look. I'm gonna pull a Cam. Who has a higher career high?
Drew Brees. 5K passing yards. 5K passing yards. 5K passing yards.
Let's go, Drew.
All right, man. We're gonna call this the Trey Edmonds Player of the Week. Who overperformed? Trey Edmonds, let's go. Trey Edmonds Player of the Week. Who balled out this weekend, man?
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it to Dante first. You ain't speak that much.
I want to go last. Mine gonna be surprising.
Who balled out? I'm gonna say Josh Allen, and I'm gonna say Stephon Diggs.
After Stephon Diggs, I just heard from you. Okay, you know
Stephon Diggs is definitely a top 5 receiver. He ain't gonna get his respect until he started going even crazier with Josh Allen. And y'all gotta remember, Stephon Diggs is 27 right now, I think, or 26. He got some years on him. He's in his prime.
He's definitely a B.
He's not injury prone. He's not. He can be in the conversation for top 3.
Remember, he's the one that caught that Minneapolis Miracle against the Saints.
Oh my God!
They go to Saints losing again.
Next,
they go to Saints losing again.
My turn. Is it my turn?
Hey man, let's go. Go ahead.
Number one is AD for simply stepping on the field. Number 2, The corners, Jalen Ramsey, Marcus Lattimore, Carlton Davis. Them boys strapped up everybody they stepped in front of. Hey, look, if this was their contract year, they'd be getting some pretty good contracts right now.
I can respect it.
So their contract year?
Good money.
But my Trey Edmonds, let's go. My Trey Edmonds player of the week is Chad Henne. This man stepped up in a big moment.
After he threw the pick, it looked like a punt. Come on now.
He sent his team to the AFC Championship.
No.
He sent his team to the
Andy Reid sent that team to the AFC Championship.
Put his trust in the backup. And you know what that backup did? He went out there and performed.
Who else was you going to put your trust in? Huh? I mean, you going to put offensive lineman at quarterback?
You can just tell him, oh, just throw it up to Kelsey.
And he did, basically.
He threw it to Tyreek Hill. And he ran it before that. He ran it the play before that, threw it to Tyreek Hill, got the first down.
So is that going to work?
You know that Kelsey, right?
Chad.
It ain't gonna work.
You know that Kelsey, right?
Ironically, I got one. I got one too. I can't say my Trey Edmonds.
Go ahead.
My Trey Edmonds is Tremaine Edmonds. Stop playing with me. The Bills defense. Let's go. Tremaine. Stop playing Trey Edmonds for the win. Nah, because they stepped up.
He's just disappointed.
Nah, because they stepped up. No, for real, all this side, because they stepped up. They performed against a top tier, Lamar Jackson and what he was doing from last week coming to this week. It was a good, standout from being a good defense to showcase they could be a great Super Bowl contending defense. You feel me? They might get some luck playing against Henne next week, and they're gonna probably sip some Henne afterwards.
Can the Bills win the Super Bowl this year?
If Mahomes plays, they're not winning nothing.
If Mahomes plays, they not. But if
Mahomes ain't playing, that's a good question.
We don't know. We'll fix next EP, we'll find out. Feel me? By next
if they got Patrick Mahomes for 10 years, you set him out because 10 years.
Cookout, give us some trades, bro. Cookout, give us some trades.
You got Patrick Mahomes for 10 years. You can set him out for 1 year.
Patrick Mahomes at 75% is better than almost every other quarterback at 100.
Almost every other quarterback at a D3 that's really brave, bro.
I said almost.
He said almost.
A-Rod, he's not better than A-Rod. He's not better than
what is almost this 75? What is that, 50% D3?
Nah, like the math. It ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing.
Why are we being logical right now? Just go with it.
Look, since we're on predictions, quick predictions. Who you guys got this week? Chiefs or Bills? Who you got?
If the Chiefs got Patrick Mahomes, then the Chiefs winning. If they don't, then the Bills is winning. And for the Bucks and the Packers game, I'm going to have to go with the Bucks. I'm going to have to, because usually in NFC Championship games, something goes wrong with the Packers. They stop catching the ball. It's just a Packers-Green Bay thing. I don't know what it is.
I got the Chiefs winning because I see Patrick Mahomes playing. So I got the Chiefs winning, and I have the Bucks winning. I need that Mahomes-Brady Super Bowl. I'm not trying to see a Mahomes and A-Rod Super Bowl because then I'm going to have to look at State Farm commercials for an hour. I don't need it.
What's going to happen? They're going to put Patrick Mahomes on that field. He's going to get clocked. Chad Henne going to come back in the game. Bills going to win it with the Packers and Bucks. Look, man. I got the Packers just because Devontae Adams is not Michael Thomas and Aaron Rodgers is not Drew Brees. It is what it is.
Hoagie is the biggest Lamar lover and Patrick Mahomes hater. I just don't get it.
No, he's the most. He hates Drew Brees so much. It's not even.
I don't hate Drew Brees.
He hated on the QB. But his quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger, bro. Roethlisberger, bro. He hates on Brees, but his quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger.
Having Ben Roethlisberger is better than having Carson Wentz.
Can I get some in real quick? First of all, Big Ben needs to get out of here too. That's number one. Number two, I love Drew Brees, but these past couple weeks, Drew Brees has been looking like Mitchell Trubisky.
It's the ribs.
He's a joke on the show.
It's the ribs.
Okay, they're retired. You old, fragile piece of glass.
Slants, he ain't got nobody to throw to.
Hey man,
he still got Sanders.
Sanders do more than slants.
He still got Alvin Kamara out the backfield.
You know what? You want to know who fragile? Hoagie? I ain't gonna say it. That's disrespectful to Steelers fans. I think y'all know what I was going to say.
No, you mean Carson Wentz? Okay.
I was talking about Ryan Shazier.
Stop.
You're canceled.
D-League jail. I'm not even going to
D-League jail.
D-League jail, bro.
Again. All right. All right, listen. All right, let's bring it back. Okay, together, Dante is 5-3 in predictions for the playoffs. Me, D3, and Hoagie are all 7-1 because we're smart and reasonable. Now to the NBA. Speaking of injuries, no pun intended. Caris LeVert, how do y'all feel about the injury that had happened to him? All prayers and wishes going to him and his recovery. But how do y'all feel as a whole?
I'll
go last.
I feel that the Nets tried to do them dirty. The Nets knew about this, and that's why they included him in the trade package, because they knew it, and they tried to get rid of him. I think it's messed up, and that's why they had to give up some more money in the trade.
I'm going to say prayers for Caris LeVert. I hate seeing players, lose their whole career off of, something they can't control. So, I'm going to say hopefully it ain't nothing, and he can come back, because he's a borderline all-star.
Agreed.
So, hope he come back. I don't think the Nets knew about it. You don't just give physicals to everybody. At all times, so they probably really didn't know. So hopefully come back. I ain't got nothing funny to say. So yeah,
the Nets are some big. I wish 10 years of bad luck on them. No injuries to them, but it's just bad luck. I wish KD up 3-1 with the Thunder and blow it. I wish that happens to them for 3 years because of what they did. They knew. Caris LeVert must have mentioned something to them, and they just like, we're gonna go ahead with this trade. We ain't gonna say nothing. Nah, I don't care.
Technically, that is illegal to sit here and make a trade while knowing about a preconceived health injury. So, if they do know, they f***ed up. But if they don't know, then I don't know what to tell them. So, speaking of the Nets, they played the Bucks today. So how do y'all feel about that matchup that happened today, and how potent KD and Harden could be in the future?
All right, since Giannis my boy. Hey, look, man, Giannis got off. Giannis had 32. Drew Holiday, I want to say either Drew or Chris, they had 25. Look, man, we played a great game. Great game versus a great team. You can't win them all. I loved it. I did. It showed that the Nets, if you think the Nets are number one seed right now, or should be number one seed right now, it's not far in between. It's not. It's 1A, 1B right now.
Wait till 11 come back.
If he comes back.
So,
hold up, real quick. If the Nets are smart, they trade Kyrie for a bench.
I agree with that theory right there. But my take on this game is that is the preview of the Eastern Conference Finals right there. I see both of those teams both making it to the conference finals. And my beef with this whole game is I'm watching it. Why is Giannis not guarding KD? This is supposed to be the reigning MVP, reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Why is Drew Holiday guarding him? Drew Holiday's 6'4", 6'5",
I did
7 foot.
I did hear a good point on this. Giannis got to play help D on this because if he just solely goes to KD, that leaves James Harden on the island.
Drew Holiday's a good defender.
Drew Holiday is good Holiday.
Drew Holiday on Harden. You don't have to double KD with Giannis on him. That's the thing. You don't have to double KD with Giannis on him. You don't have to double Harden with Drew on him. Drew's a dog. He's going to fight. He was holding down KD in that first half. He made KD shoot 3 for 9. I was like, this man is locking him up.
Okay, that's what you complaining about.
I need Giannis because KD's going to heat up, and you can't stop him when he heats up.
The complaint is Giannis is 6'11", 7 foot. KD 7 foot. That's the best matchup you're going to get. And people pay to see stars on stars. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, look, people pay to see stars on stars. The Bucks coach gets paid to win games. I'm just saying.
If they're in the playoffs and Giannis pulls what he pulled last year when Jimmy Butler was going crazy and he didn't want to guard him, and KD's going crazy and he don't want to guard him, Giannis, he just lost all my respect.
Let me get 10 seconds. I don't think it was Giannis not wanting to guard him. I think it was Giannis just listening to his coach. I think he got to step up more, be like, hey, coach, this is what we're doing. This is my team. This is what we're doing. Go ahead, Dante.
A real defender would have said, I want him. He's going.
I'm glad we're talking about the Nets. This is their second game. First game, James Harden comes 30-point triple-double. KD drops 42.
Easy.
Something like next game, they beat a contending championship team. KD has 30. James Harden has 30. I specifically remember all three of you saying the Nets are bozos. They're just stupid for trading Jared Allen and Caris LeVert. They don't know what they're doing. They traded all away their picks. They don't know what they're doing. They're not going to win anything. And I remember saying, and then which one of y'all said they stars. They can't play together because they don't know how to pass the ball together. Blah blah blah. Wasn't it you, D3? Wasn't it you?
I'm gonna let you finish until I can.
I specifically remember that. So after these 2 games, after me seeing them play, I realized I'm literally no more basketball than y'all because I know what I'm talking about. Stars know how to play together. They learn how to play together, and they're gonna play together if they want to play together. And look what happens. But I'm gonna let y'all say, I'm gonna let y'all doubt the Nets and let y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Can I go first?
It might take 2 seconds. Dante, it's funny that you say you know more basketball since you shaped like the half court line. Go ahead.
Okay. Dante, when they were losing and they started like what 5-5, something like that, 5-4. You said it's the start of the season. You can't judge them based off the first 9 games. It's only 2 games in with Harden. You can't judge them off the first 2 games.
Let's see what happens. I'm just saying.
Let's give it some time.
I think as they play more, the chemistry will get better, but I think teams will start to see how they're using each other and get a better feel on how to defend them.
Oh. And if Kyrie comes back, those same shots that KD and Harden are getting right now, where they shooting 20 shots a game,
wow,
that's going out the window.
Kyrie on vacation,
like 15. They're gonna have to cut that to like 15, unless they trade Kyrie, which I think they should do. Trade Kyrie, get a bench. Nets OP.
Wow, that's what y'all think. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but I'm gonna say my 2 cents, and I feel as though they could hoop together. That's not the hard part. It's not the fact that they can't hoop together. I say they're bozos for trading away Jared Allen because of defensive liability. That's the only thing I call them bozos for. The Nets is going to go crazy because it's KD and Harden and Kyrie. That's just obvious. But the only downfall I have is the Jared Allen shit. After that, I don't got no other beef with anything else that they're doing. Now, since we're going from the top of the East to the disappointing bottom, who do you guys think is the most disappointing team in the Eastern Conference and in the Western Conference? So we're going to start with Hoagie. I think he got a lot to say.
Hoagie. I get the privilege. The Raptors, boy, they are 3-8. Pascal Siakam, he had, after winning most improved player of the year, he's averaging less points, more minutes. He's averaging more. I don't know what he's doing. The team is 25th in field goal percentage, 23rd in rebounding, 19th in points allowed. The basics of basketball: make your shots. If you don't make the shot, get the rebound, go play defense, and they can't do that. I don't know what's going on with them.
What's his name, Hoagie?
What's his last name, Hoagie?
What's his last name? All right. Go to the West. Go
ahead, Dante the Roach. Go ahead.
You're supposed to go to the West. You gotta go to the West, man.
Go to the West Coast, Hoagie. West Coast.
West Coast. If I gotta go to the West Coast, the Rockets. I'll say the Rockets. Let me say the Rockets.
All right. So my most disappointing team out East, it's got to be my Hawks. They started off 3-0. They 6-7 now. They're supposed to be a playoff team this year. I don't know what they got going. I think they're like number 8, number 9 right now though. But very disappointing. Out West, my most disappointing team is Denver. I understand you lost some pieces, but you still have your core. You can't be out the playoffs right now. They're like number 10. Like you can't do that in the West. You got to start off strong because everybody knows in the West, one game can take you from number 3 all the way to number 7. You got to start off good in the West. And so right now they're not performing at all.
I'm not surprised about the Raptors. I already told you about Kyle Lowry. He's fat. Kyle Lowry. I already told you that. I'm not even gonna bring them up. The most disappointing team, I'm gonna say Orlando, but it's not their fault. It's because they're missing Markelle, and Markelle was a big part of their offense. So I'm gonna say they're the most disappointing because now they don't know what to do now because they lost Markelle Fultz. For the West, I'm gonna say the Pelicans because I'm expecting them to do a little bit more than what they've been doing. But they don't have Lonzo right now, but they're not even using him right. They're using him as a shooting guard, standing on the corner shooting. His shot is better. He's getting a better shot, but he's a playmaker. Why are you letting Brandon Ingram and what's that boy name? Eric Bledsoe take the ball up? Like, come on.
Point guard. Makes sense.
Can I
Pelicans and
can I say my two quick options?
I'm gonna change my West after you, Drake.
All right. My two for the East, I ain't gonna say 100% disappointed because only 2 to 3 players could create their own shot. But the Washington Wizards, man, like Bradley Beal is averaging 35 and they only 3-8. Granted, they haven't played a week of basketball due to COVID, which is a whole other issue on itself. But then in the West, it's these motherfucking Timberwolves. Bro, the Timberwolves are supposed to be at least running in at least in the contention of playoff contention. You have Anthony Edwards, 2nd overall pick in the draft. You got Karl Anthony Towns, he's recovering from COVID. Understand, prayers up to him. Hopefully he gets back in the NBA. And D'Lo, Mr. Top 5 point guard in the league. Can't even get these people over 4 dubs. 4 dubs. They are 3-9, bro. He ain't performing.
Dante, how do you feel about that one? How do you feel about that one?
But at the bottom of the West.
Don't talk to me about D'Lo.
Bottom of the West, 3-9.
He's top 5. He need to lead his team to a win.
Don't talk to me about D'Lo.
All right, so let me change my West real quick. For the West, I want to say the Kings. Look, they just gave De'Aaron Fox that big contract. They're supposed to have a young budding star and that white boy that the Bucks tried to trade for. I'm not about to say his name because I'm gonna mess it up. But look, man, they're supposed to have a little. Yeah, that one. They're supposed to have a little squad. Look, they 5-9 right now. What 3-game losing streak? I can't stand by that. I can't.
I'll tell you why they lose. They didn't trade Marvin Bagley because Marvin Bagley is not working with the offense no more.
He's not. And now it's gotten to a point where the chemistry messing up.
This don't mean Marvin Bagley is a bad player. I think Marvin Bagley is still a great player in this league. He's just not for the Kings. He needs to go somewhere like, I would say, maybe not the Warriors.
No, I say Portland. James Wiseman.
I say Portland.
Hey, so would you say this is a GM issue?
The Sacramento Kings have been having a GM issue since they was in the finals in 2001.
Agreed.
Hey, so real quick, I want to give a shout out to Pop. Spurs number 5 right now. They doing their thing. I know everybody doubt them, but look, Pop is the GOAT. That's all I got to say.
All I have to say is, as long as Popovich is the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, they have a chance to make the playoffs every year.
Most definitely.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. With their roster, they're not supposed to be winning. They're supposed to be winning.
That's what you call great coaching. That is all that is.
Bro, you get Popovich with a nice, decent enough starting.
You got a shout out there, DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte Murray.
He's very underrated.
Underappreciated.
Great defense. He's the youngest player in NBA history to make an all-defensive team. I just want to get that out there.
He is. Amen. Say man. Amen. Say man. Look. I've been thinking about this question for a little bit, and I've been trying to get all of us together to say this. Who's the best backcourt in the league? Best backcourt in the league.
We did not discuss this in any kind of meeting.
I don't care who got the best backcourt in the league, bro. I don't care. This one is important.
It's that Dante moderation.
But it works.
Best
backcourt in the league. If Clay was never hurt, it's Steph and Clay.
Yeah.
Down. But right now it is Dame and CJ.
This man get hypotheticals.
Dame and CJ.
It's Dame and CJ.
I don't need to explain too much.
There's no explanation. It's Dame and CJ. I'm sorry.
I need to see Katie. I need to see Kyrie and Harden work together.
I need to see that. But
right now, it's definitely Dame and CJ.
Dame and CJ, like literally, you can go down the court and say, Dame, get a bucket. Next play, CJ, get a bucket. You got 2 buckets right there.
I think that's their whole offense, honestly.
Fucking make it real. You got 2 buckets up.
That's it. But all right, so
Kelly Oubre got 19. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, D3.
All right.
Oh no, I ain't had nothing to say. I Dame and CJ, go get a bucket.
My, I gotta say, Chris Paul and Booker. Hey, they number 4 right now. That says a lot. Higher than the Trailblazers. So next man up. Ain't that what they say for your Alabama boys? Next man up.
Roll Tide. You see what happened though? They won a chip with that.
Roll Tide. They keep rolling championships with that.
Hey, D3 don't own the time. That's crazy.
But on a serious note, COVID with this in the NBA is a tragic thing to say. Postpones players getting contact tracing, players even having it, the protocol, players not enjoying it. How did the NBA fix it? And then how do the NBA combat it going forward?
You literally have to have a bubble. It's just not going to work. Like you're doing the same thing that started the whole pandemic, like with Rudy Gobert and stuff. Why would you keep doing the same thing? Just I know NBA players are not going to agree with it. You probably going to have to wait until close to All-Star break, and you probably going to have to make a bigger bubble, but you just going to have to because it's not going to work doing how they doing it now. Corona it's too, what you call it, contagious. So you're going to have to do what you got to do.
Hey, Dante. So you got 30 teams in a bubble. So that's 15 players, the coaches, training staff, the ball boys, and they want family there too.
That's about 6.
You got to feed all that, house all that. The NBA is not funding that. I will say, if you bring the COVID into your locker room, like if you catch it from a teammate, you're not getting fined. But if you are the teammate that puts COVID in the locker room, I think you should be fined and take away your game checks for the ones that for the games that you missed. If your team has it to where they don't have enough players to play the game, they get a fine too. If you do too many games like that, take away a playoff spot.
I don't know about that. That's a little aggressive. But
That's a little aggressive, but look, it gotta happen.
My solution to this whole situation, I hate to say it, but I think the NBA should shut down for like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, get everything under control. Because there's too many games getting postponed, players not playing, they getting out of shape, they just sitting at home quarantining. I think they should just shut it down for a little bit, get it back together, strengthen up these COVID rules, and then when it comes around playoff times, when the playoffs start, make a bubble again. The bubble was lit last year. Everybody enjoyed the bubble. Just do it for the playoff teams. But right now, I think they should just take a break from it right now, get everybody healthy.
Hey, it's funny. It's funny because we could shut it down for 2 weeks, come back, and Kyrie still ain't going to be back.
Here we go to slander. We're taking Kyrie slander, Reed slander. I'm tired of all the slander.
I judge who needs to be judged. I don't care.
The Lamar slander, the Kyrie slander,
the Lamar slander, okay, everything is getting slandered.
We're gonna shut down and come back, and Doug Peterson still ain't gonna have a job.
So with COVID in the NBA, I feel like personally they should do regional bubble, as in put everyone in separate locations, like in big spots of the world. And like put them in games so they could play. Like put 5 to 6 teams and like get them in sections to keep the traveling down and traveling costs down, so it don't seem like it's a big ordeal to the NBA and cost and deficiencies. But besides that, the playoffs should definitely be in the bubble. I agree with you, D3. It should be in the bubble because it was lit. I ain't gonna lie, that's the best defense I've seen since Kobe. Since Kobe was playing, you feel me? So yeah, that's how it is, and that's our episode, and that's our podcast. That's the episode 5, 6, whichever one of them things. D-League opinions. Bow, we out of here.